What's good? What's good? I see I got my man Studio Gangster already in the house. What's going on, my brother? I appreciate you showing up, man. Appreciate you, appreciate you. All right, guys. I don't know. I tried. I paused and I restarted the live stream. I'm not even sure what went down. If what I just displayed. And say again. Okay. Yeah. Can you hear me now? Anyone else? Sorry about that, you guys. You know, it's always some kind of technical difficulty, especially when you swap out gear. So, um, I'm hoping you guys can hear me now. I apologize. So, what I'll do is, Samante, I see you. Thank you for showing up. Appreciate you. All right, so y'all forgive me for that. I don't know why it did that. I have no idea. Um, but I'm gonna run back through what I just did. Okay, so heads up. Okay, it's on her profile, honey. Stop. Will you stop yelling at me, please? Don't do that. Anyways, so I wanted to give you guys my take on the Maschine Plus. What I think about it. It's been a week now. It's all good. Thanks, Studio Gangsta. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you guys for all the feedback. All right, cool, cool, cool. D Mogul, you can hear me? Gotcha. All right, so let's run through this real quick. The update status of the MPCX. Let me get my stuff together here. All right, let's do it. Well, everyone, it is that time. I want to document my journey with you. My baby, my faithful. It's time for her to return to the source. Time to get this box in the car and shipped off. We have arrived. It's time to get the box into FedEx. Standing in line. Waiting my turn. So yeah, man, that's the status of the X right now. I managed to finally get it boxed up and shipped, man. So, and again, that was on Akai's dime. They did provide me with the FedEx shipping and everything. So, at this point, it's a hurry up and wait now. So I'll keep you guys in the loop. Really looking forward to getting my X back, man. And I can honestly tell you that I'm feeling the loss. Okay, I mean, don't get me wrong. The Maschine is dope. The MPC one is dope, but again, it ain't it. So yeah, that's something, just out the box. I just threw together a little quick loop. I'm still learning. I do not have this Maschine down yet, but I'm learning and I'm enjoying the journey with it. But I wanted to share, what I thought about the overall process of the Maschine, being that I'm, MPCX-less. In the meantime, I'm going to try to rock this Maschine and the MPC one. I'm going to be bouncing back and forth between the two. But for now, I wanted to see how it integrated in the studio. So let's get into some of the pros and cons. I want to start with the cons first. Okay. If you notice, my Chronos is not on. Okay. And the reason it's not on, let me back up a little bit. So one of the main features that I was really excited about on the Maschine Plus standalone was the fact that it had a dedicated mic input. Okay, so I got really excited about that, and I was kind of telling D Mogul, but I didn't tell him everything because I wanted to save it for the live. But that feature to me was going to be, in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, it's going to be awesome because I don't have to sacrifice one of my inputs, my left or right input for a microphone. Well, little disappointed, and I'm going to tell you why. Because the dedicated mic input shares the volume control with your left and right. So the Chronos would be going into the machine left and right. And then, of course, the microphone would be plugged in its own port. However, I found out, and if somebody knows, maybe I'm doing something wrong. I'm not saying I'm the most intelligent person, but it's pretty much plug and play. But from what I could see, if I'm plugged in with the Chronos, and I can play the keys just fine, no problem. But as soon as I plug in the microphone supersedes the left and right. So it cancels it. So you can't have the microphone on and the keyboard. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Well, on the MPC 1, I could have them both initiated, but I would have to just switch from one channel to the other. On the Maschine, the mic totally cancels out your left and right input. So, and I've tried every configuration I could think of, but as soon as I unplug the mic port or the mic cable from the mic port, the sound comes back on your left and right channels. So that's a little bit of a bummer. And again, I'm not even going to try to compare the Maschine to the X because it can't be compared. There's no comparison, in my opinion. Again, this is just my opinion. The Maschine Plus is dope, but no, it can't compete with the X, not even on a good day. You said, does it have a Bible? I'm gonna say this, studio. I did a lot of YouTubing, man. I did a lot of YouTubing. It does come with, like, a little manual, whatever. But a lot of times, I'm a practitioner of reading your manual. Believe me or not, I do believe in reading the manual. But sometimes manuals, they come off as, I was like, oh, this is gonna be awesome when I put it in the studio. I can have my mic on and have my keyboard on simultaneously. But that's not the case. The microphone supersedes your left and right. So again, I guess you can look at it from two point of views. One, you're in the studio, you're making your beat, so you're not necessarily using a mic at that point, right? And then once you get your beat done and sequenced and all that good stuff, the beat's done, it's in song mode. So now all you got to do is turn on your mic. So I kind of understand. I kind of feel where Native Instruments was trying to go with it, but to me, they missed the mark. Because I should be able to use it not only as a sampler, beat maker, but also as a mixer too. I should be able to play beats, import sounds through my left and right inputs, and use the mic at the same time, in my opinion. Okay, and again, I'm coming from the X, so I'm spoiled. You know what I'm saying? So you guys got to forgive me, but that was one of the features I was really excited about, and it turns out to be a letdown for me. So, let's talk about some of the pros. Some of the things that Native Instruments got right. Okay, one big one I would say is the ability to update all your, get your updates and any expansions. They come directly to the device. So unlike the MPC, and I'm speaking from a standalone point of view, everybody. Okay, so all of you guys who use the DAW and on your MPCs, I'm not talking about y'all. Okay, I'm talking about us totally standalone users. Native Instruments got that right. Now let's go to the MPC side, the one and the live. Now, and I haven't really used the one in that capacity to where I'm using the Wi-Fi like that. But I'm gonna speak from the MPCX standpoint. So the MPCX and the live, I believe, have the Wi-Fi function. I could be wrong. Maybe the one does too. But I've been using my X more than the one, so I don't want to say the wrong thing on that. But what I think Akai missed was that Native Instruments got right was we have Wi-Fi function on the MPC, but it's only connecting to Splice. And Native Instruments allows you to connect to your Wi-Fi, but also get your updates, any expansions, anything dealing with the machine. It goes directly to the machine through the Wi-Fi. And I think that's what Akai needs to correct. They need to fix that so that we're not just stuck with, okay, I can download some samples from Splice, but my updates as a standalone user, I got to take a thumb drive to my computer, go to the website, download download it to my thumb drive, just get the thumb drive. Number 2, sound selection. I think the way that they set it up, I know this is probably about as close as I can get it for you guys, but you have projects, groups, and sounds. Okay, and let's just pick a group. Okay, so we got a group, and at the bottom here it says all products. So what I can do is I can turn this knob and get more specific. I can go to a specific group, and then after I turn that, if I'm on the group that I like, I can come over to this side and I can say what types. It says all types. So now it says kit on the screen. So I can say, do I want kits? Do I want analog kits, digital kits, drum kits? So now I got it on kits, but then I can come over to the next knob and say, okay, I want kits, but I want melodic kits. Boom. Now it gives me the list of all the melodic kits. Okay, so I think the way that they categorized everything and broke it down to where you could, if you want, you can look at everything. You could just say, no, I want it all. You know what I mean? Give me everything. Turn this back. So right now, at the bottom of the screen here, it says 1,185 results. And that's just what's in the machine. I think that's dope. I think that is just amazing. And then how you're able to, basically narrow down what you're looking for real quick. You know what I'm saying? I think that's really a plus. And the third pro to me is the onboard sound quality. Now, I rave about the sound quality on the Kronos, and I have to say the Maschine ain't far from it. It has very nice sounds. The sounds are very impressive, and it's a game changer. I mean, when you and again, I love Akai, everybody. But if I compared the sounds from Native Instruments to the sounds that are on the MPC, Native Instruments got them beat, dog. So that's what I think about the machine overall. I think it's a dope machine. I really do. For me, is the machine a good beat machine? Hell yeah. I think it's a great beat machine. Can it compete with the Live 1 and the X? Well, I'm going to say, in my opinion, again, this is just my own opinion, I'm going to say it doesn't compete with the Live or the X. No, it doesn't. I'm going to say, to me, it's a step below the MPC 1. Just a small step. And that's because of some of the functionality. Like with the MPC 1, I can still run a mic setup and bring in outside sounds. I could bring in my Kronos if I choose to. Yeah, I got to switch a channel, but at least it's that functionality's there. And to me, that's a big negative. Okay, so I think I'm going to have to put the machine slightly below the 1, just slightly, but it can't compete with the Live or the X because they have so many inputs, and you can do so much with those two machines versus, again, the one, you can do it, but you got to, push buttons and whatnot. So overall, do I regret? It's been a week. Do I regret buying the Maschine, even though I got some cons? And the answer is no. I love the Maschine. I think it's a dope piece of gear, but the way I'm going to be using it going forward will be slightly different, so this will probably be the only time that I will have the Maschine set up. But anyway, that's pretty much my take on it and what I wanted to share with you guys today. It's been 24 minutes. I don't know how this live is going to turn out. So it looks like I had a 50% drop, frame drop. So I dropped 36 frames. So that's 50%. This is the first time I've experienced that. So I apologize to you guys. That's something that's out of my control. That has something to do with the way the YOLO box connects to YouTube and Facebook. But I hope this live came out okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push forward. We got a few minutes. I wanted to talk about what's in this box right here. So, because I've been doing a few lives lately, they're getting better. But we can always improve. And I've noticed that, so now it's telling me I dropped 95 frames. Goodness gracious. So anyways, I've noticed in the past that there's been some noise in, just in the whole sound, like some buzzing and some humming. So I did some research and I'm thinking about integrating this simple but yet supposed to be effective noise isolator, what you see there in the middle. I was going to try to do it during the live, but I'm just going to reserve it for another time. I'll have it hooked up probably the next time I go live. But that's what this is. So it's going to be in between the audio interface and my YOLO box. I'm going to get that set up the next time I go live to see if it helps clean up my sound. But what I want to do next is play a few beats. You guys kind of heard the first one. I'll play it again for those that didn't. Play a little bit and then we're going to call it done. Tell me what y'all think. So that's one of the beats I've thrown together so far. Now, let me just tell you, I don't know what's going on, man, if I got a stroke of bad luck or what, but the Maschine is dope. But 10 minutes into the, me going live, it froze on me. I'm not even going to lie to y'all. I'm going to be straight with y'all. It's been acting kind of weird, when I try to load up a project, it freezes or crashes. So I don't know what's going on, man. It's not, I don't know, but I'm going to try to load the next one. Oh, that was the other con I want to say before I load the next beat. The other con is, like right now, you guys can hear me talking. You heard the music. When I get ready to switch and load up another project, the mic gets cut off. So I have to go back in and reinitialize the mic per project. It doesn't keep the settings like the MPC does. I can load a different project on the MPC 100 times. My mic settings will stay there. They won't go away. So that was the other con. I'm glad I remembered that. But anyways, let me see if I can load up another track that I did. And these are just simple, little 4-bar loops. I haven't taken them really too far because I'm still learning the Maschine. But I will try to load up something. So let's see if we can do it.